Hey YouTube, coming at you Great League Remix. I realized when I uploaded this video that it's almost like a extended variation of the team I posted this morning. Because this morning I posted Magcargo, Jellicent, and what was the third? Gligar, I think maybe. I forget what the third was. But this is Magcargo, Jellicent, and Sableye. So I went like a double ghost team. I went this team for two reasons. One, Magcargo is weak to fighting, so to have two answers for fighter in the back is strong. Two, Jelson obviously handles the waters as well, so that's why they work super, super well. And I've got actually another Magcargo team that got me finally to expert that you're going to see next week. So yeah, I hit expert this morning with Magcargo, so I'm going to run with that for a little bit because I really like the team that I'm using. And then Sableye is still generally safe. And why double ghost sort of works in this meta is there's not a lot of dark, right? There's Mandibuzz. I've seen maybe a couple Guzzlords, but otherwise there's not a lot of darks in this meta. And again, and with Magnezone and Ferrothorn running around, there's not a ton of fairies. So Sableye is a little safer from that perspective. Both Jellicent and Sableye act as decent safe swaps in this meta. So you can kind of go with both. And here's a nice Magnezone lead. They eventually get into Drifloom. I will probably Rock Tomb this and then get into, I'm assuming, Sableye, because that'll be super effective claws. Almost a one-shot, not quite. They get a move, that's fine. I'll take this move. They will get to a wild charge if they come back in. Whether they throw it right away is another thing, because then they're just basically one incinerate away. I expect them to maybe farm up a little bit here, but I get a move off, and this lower attack or not, Shadow Magnezone is very glossy, so I'd expect a shield here. And now at this point, it's like I've got a shield advantage, so they can take me out here, and I'll come in incinerate. If they don't take me out here, I'm going to get to another move, and that's just kind of puts them in a terrible, terrible scenario of now I'm going to take you out, or you have to double shield. And yes, I thought that, really? A 4-turn move is a fast 5-turn move? I thought they would get to another move there, but apparently not. Jellicent comes in. I will lower the attack with a decent hitting Rock Tomb. And then with 2 shield advantage plus a mirror match with health advantage, pretty easy. Here, let's see if I can leave right away. I was about to say, I don't need to leave right away because I can shield one and even either throw a move or just, yeah, maybe incinerate one more and then go through. This is kind of a bait and it's kind of a risky one because if they don't shield, I'm already down one and they're going to get to another move. But they do shield, so that is nice. I still may try to catch here. Yeah, try to catch. They hold. But again, Sableye with 2 to 3 claw advantages there before they finally got out. Put Sableye in always a pretty good situation, right? So at this point, I mean, I think I can live, but I can also shield and just farm. Let's see what I want to do. I can live and farm down probably first before they get me. Yep. If the Empoleon comes back in, I may be able to get... How close am I to a foul play? I'm 1. So I'm going to get this. I expect them to shield because they have a bunch of energy. But they are now going to have to dump that energy on Jellicent. So you have a non-stab Drill Peck coming through, which Jellicent is not going to worry about at all. And out comes a Cresselia. I mean, Cresselia still has Grass Knot, so this is not the easiest matchup because those come very, very quick and do well over 50%. I'm assuming I'm going to shield, or am I just going to let go, take one, then go make her go? I can take this out here. It's a bit weird what I'm doing here. Because if I shielded that, I wouldn't have to worry. I think I should win anyways. I mean, I have a shield, so I could just incinerate and shield. But I probably should have, like, shielded that grass move, taken the Empoleon out, and then taken the Crest out, and then I would have had like well over 50% health for a very easy matchup for the Empoleons. I don't know why I did it. Not smart. They get out into Sableye. I stay in because, again, Magcargo is so good. Just like when you already have like 1 and a bit of Incinerate, just give me a 3. Rock Tomb is a decent hitting move and lowers your attack. Just put you in a really good spot. So once I lower the attack, I'm like, okay, let's just stand here, farm down. Out comes a Marowak, so I'm going to hit this and then probably get into Sableye right away. because this will be super effective. Grab a shield, lower the attack. Now get into Sableye. I got a lowered attack Marowak where I'm doing super effective claws. So yeah, Magcargo. I'll put it in the and there's your Ninetales. Can I get to a return? I can. That's huge. That is huge. Lands a return. So 1 Incinerate's going to take this out. 2 Incinerates are going to take this out, apparently. Okay. Weather Ball, resisted. There's your second Incinerate. What's left over? Oh yeah, the Marowak. So lower the attack. Super effective. Jellicent on it for the rest. I'm going to put in yeah, it'll be a very title heavy focused morning one because I'm focusing on, it's funny because I'm supposed to be focusing on Sableye here. But again, Magcargo. So if you're watching back to back here and you just heard me say Magcargo is the reason I got to expert. I'm glad I still have at least 1 and a bit more days because I'm filming this on Tuesday to go up on, now I got hit with a fairy, so this sucks. I'm not going to get to a return here. Yeah, this is rough. This looks like hard counter. I'm not, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm filming this Tuesday to go up on Thursday. So I hit expert 2787. So I'm somewhere around there with Magcargo again. So even though it's ranked, it's 400 and something, it is still very, very dominant, especially in this very limited meta. So it's all about finding Pokemon that you think will work. Fortunately, now I have a ground ghost, which kind of deals with both Magcargo and thing. Did not expect that move. And now I got to worry about a Shadow Ball, and it could just be a Sand Tomb bait, which is exactly what it is. So now my defense is lowered, and I can't reset, and I just burned a shield, so this game's over. So this game is over. Mandibuzz, again, there's not a lot of dark in this meta, but there is Mandibuzz, and so when you see it on the lead, you gotta stay. I'm just gonna throw the rock. I know it's not proper timing, but I just want to get this Rock Tomb just to lower the attack right away and do a good amount of chip. Plus a 3-turn 5. 3 versus 5 is kind of tough on them because I'm getting extra 2 per. So that is not the worst case scenario for me. So now I need to determine, okay, I can take a second Dark Pulse because I've already lowered their attack once. So I just try and take this out here? I think so, yeah. And then if I get hit with some sort of fighter or something, because they have a Mandibuzz, I expect some sort of fighter, just probably instant swap. Jellicent, yeah, still just instant swap. It's a Sableye. Lapras. Have not seen many Laprases. Why would you use Lapras when you can use Dugong is really the thought process behind that. So I will live this Surf. Can I get to another move? Basically, I'm just saving the Jellicent for what was left. Was there another Jellicent? So grab a shield. This is great. And now I imagine I'm coming in my Jellicent and just hexing, getting super far ahead. Okay, Magcargo. Am I forcing them to throw energy? I think what I'm worried about there is I'm forcing energy, plus I don't think not that I think, a Hex would not take anywhere out from that range, so I was just trying to get ahead on that. Now I have a shield advantage in a mirror match. I think my only lose condition is them landing a Shadow Ball and me baiting and them not shielding. So straight shields, straight Shadow Balls on my end, right? Those are sort of your only lose conditions if you mess up one of those. So shield there, Shadow Ball, straight Shadow Ball there, this game's over. They have been legged out. They know they just lost on that. Annihilate. Okay, terrible lead. Sableye. Instant Ninetales. So can I get to a return? I can, which is nice. Hopefully grab a shield, and then if I grab a shield, that's nice because what I can do is I can just come and incinerate, and basically incinerate 3 times, and then come out with an overheat. Maybe even 4 times here. This may be Psy Shock, which will chip a decent amount. But coming out with an overheat into an Annihilate, I'm just going to switch lock, so I need to throw this immediately if I see the Annihilate coming in. but they're already down a shield, so I would just, there's no point of baiting. Just grab the second shield or chip a ton, if not almost take it out. It's like a red, yeah, because I've hit that a couple times now. I don't know what's in the back, but a Night Slash is going to do more than what I expect to be in the back. So shield that Night Slash up. What's in the back? A fairy. And again, when you're that far ahead on energy, there's no point of going surf. You just go straight Shadow Ball because you'll get to 2 before they get to 2 moves. And there you go. Almost take it out there. So yeah, the Jellicent Magcargo core really works. Now that I want to give away my whole team, it's the same sort of concept. Well, so I'm trying to remember my third Pokemon. Because I know for sure the second is Cofagrigus. And it's the same idea as Cofagrigus handles the fighters. Doesn't handle the water as well, but there's more Magnezone, so I'm not worried about the water as much as I am about the Magnezone. So it's Cofagrigus, Magcargo. I thought it was Empoleon, but no, you can't use Empoleon when you have Magcargo because then you're doubly to fighting. I mean, you can do like ABB style. But Cofagrigus was in the back for me. It was Magcargo lead, Cofagrigus back. What was the third? I forget the third. Anyways, that's the team I'm running with. Like I said, up to 2787 as of Tuesday. I'm going to just keep using this team. I'm just going to keep using this team until it fails me, because right now it's doing pretty decent. Because I found the hidden gem. Finally. Took me way too long to find a team / Pokemon that works in a meta. Still got 4.5 minutes left. Try and just go surf here, and Surf and Hex should chip enough, even though it's resisted, but I'm going to get taken out here, so I got to come in here. Thinking I can get to a move, but I think they're already way too far ahead on energy here. Shadow Ball there. Can't quite take them out there before I get Hex down. So Annihilate got a Sableye immediately. What are they going to respond with? Magnezone, not an amazing answer. Because one Foul Play takes out, and I'm going to outpace here. So they have to shield. So immediately, we can do exactly what happened last time. We can be taken out here. Not quite, because now they're going to have to throw. My attack is lowered. It doesn't matter. These claws are adding up way too much, so they have to throw again. So I'm going to be up a shield. I'm going to come in Magcargo. I'm going to Incinerate down. I'm going to come out with an Overheat. I'm going to Overheat the Annihilate. So I'm either going to be up 2 shields, or they're going to be down to the red on Annihilate. So both are decent scenarios to be in. I'm worried about a wild charge here. It's just a mirror shot, so that's unfortunate. So there goes my shield advantage. Now I'm instant swapping because I'm not at a thing yet. Yeah, I would have to take at least 3 counters to get to the move, which is kind of a risky position to be in. Out comes a Dugong. So this is not bad. It's not amazing, surprisingly. Because it still takes 2 Shadow Balls, and it takes probably 3 drill runs. 2 drill runs and maybe an Icy Wind. I mean, essentially 3 moves, 3 charge moves. And they shielded once, so it'll take 3 on my end as well. So now the question is, I mean, I think I can live this and then get a Shadow Ball off and then come in and Incinerate and then Overheat what is left on the Annihilate for the win. I think that's how this one's going to play out. So there's 1, instant in, instant Incinerate, instant boom. Gotta see the win before you get there, sort of thing. Dugong League is interesting because it's so bait stuff. You resist the ice shards, great. Get to the Rock Tomb first. I mean, you CMP on it, great. Drill Run is still super effective, and they shielded. I feel like this is gonna be a bait, and it's not a bait. I'm freaking terrible. I swear to God, every time I call bait, they nuke me for super effective, and then every time I don't call it, they bait me. So once I got a shield advantage, I'm just like, okay, let's just go in with Jellicent here. The worst case thing I'm going to see is a dark in the back, but hopefully I don't see that. 1 week to fighting already. So they lowered my attack, so I'm probably going to instant swap to Sableye almost no matter what. Especially against a grass, and out comes a Superior, so now a Gligar. Oh, yeah. I'm like, how long is left? Did I end on a loss? No, I did not. I ended on a perfect bait, CMP tie bait, I think. So they get a foul play. I get a off. Does not take him out. I'm going to try and take them out here. Maybe on a CMP to maximize my energy. So this will take them out, or grab the last shield. Takes them out. Now I can chip here. And once I chip here, I think it's in Shadow Ball range. And I'm loaded with energy, so I'm going to instant swap. I'm just getting to the Shadow Ball. They're getting to the Frenzy. So advantage them, because they can outpace me if I don't bait. They're going to very easily outpace me to the Frenzy if I do not bait. So I have to bait. It's my only chance of winning this. I bait. They shield. I get to the Shadow Ball. They would have got to the Frenzy Plant almost immediately after. I win. So a lot of things coming together there to work around what it was a tough backline. So that is it. Like I said, Magcargo ranked 418 on PvPoke. Top 10 Pokemon in my mind for this meta, given the current meta. Like, it's so strong. So I don't really care what PvPoke says. I mean, I love PvPoke. This is where you got to find... Sorry, there's some crap in my eyes. Yeah, this is where you just got to look at your Pokemon. And this is what I do. Like, I put together... When I do top teams... For the top team videos, I always go through PvP... Because, like, especially with, like, newer cups that you haven't played, new banned Pokemon... You just have to go through PvPoke and be like, okay, I'm going to start with this Pokemon ranked number 1. What works with the core? What's a safe swap? Go put out 8 or 9 teams. What actually happens when I actually start building teams is I will just, for me, like the first couple days or whatever, like you can start with a meta team, start with the top ranked Pokemon and just work your way from there. But after a couple days, basically what I'll do is I will understand the vibe of Great League Remix, figure out the breakdown. Like I said, I'm going to go over it again tomorrow, but it's like you got your flyers, you got your steals, you got your fighter, you got your ice is your main meta right now. And figure out like, okay, given that this is the main meta, and then I just look at my Pokemon. Like I have a huge inventory of Great League Pokemon. So I look at them and I go like, okay, what works here? What do I think will work here? And I don't look at rankings. I don't look at team comps. I'm like, what in my mind will work here? And I go through it and I'm just like, and I got to Magcargo and I'm just like, I use Ninetales and it kind of worked because there's not a ton of water. And I know Rock is strong because there's a lot of flyers. That combo is probably pretty damn good. And it has been. So that's what I would implore you to do. You don't just need to, I mean, yes, you need to run to my channel constantly and hit that subscribe button and watch every one of my videos to the end and thumbs up and comment and do all that stuff. 100% you need to do that. But like I would implore you to like think about that on your own. Like go through the meta. What are you seeing? And go through your Pokemon and be like, is there something here that is either being run or not being run that would do very, very well against the meta? And then team build from there. Like Magcargo is weak to water. Double weak to water. It's weak to fighting. It's weak to rock. Like you got to start thinking like, okay, there's not a lot of rock in this meta. There's an okay amount of water, so I need a water answer. Jellicent. There's Annihilate a bunch of places. I need Annihilate answers. Sableye, Jellicent, right? So just, you gotta like, that's how I think about putting teams together. So that's what I would suggest you do as well. So that is it. So we're going to go over all these teams, plus like the analysis of like the top meta that I just said in tomorrow's video. And I'm about to shoot my Master League rant video of how I can't play this league anymore. So that is coming up also tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.